Welcome back to Kwesi Ball TV. Thank you so much for joining me for another edition. We really appreciate y'all. Please share, subscribe, like the notification bell for notification purposes. We're just going to jump on yesterday's match, Liverpool versus Manchester City for the Community Shield. Also, we will talk about a few transfers that's going on. And I got a few questions that I want to ask the Manchester United fans. And then, we will finish with that. But let's jump on a few quick LFC news. Konate was taken out today when we played Strasbourg. A lot of it was the kids playing. Klopp said that it doesn't look serious. They don't know much about it yet. They will assess it, but it doesn't look that serious. So that's some good news. Keita and Jones did not show up today. We were expecting them to at least play a little bit more. Since yesterday, they only played Pit Bark, they didn't play much. They played like 5-10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, both of them. So from what we heard, Keita is ill, and then Jones has had a knock during the match. So that's why they didn't show up. Other than that, the same people who are injured, Ox, Jota, Kelleher, but we know Alisson is getting ready to be back. So Ramsey is also, we are hearing that he's getting close, but no time frame yet. But let's talk about the match, which was very, very entertaining. I really, really, really enjoyed myself watching this match. I mean, Liverpool playing City, there's no such thing as a friendly. For some people, this was just an overhyped friendly. This was a preseason match. I mean, if you watch this match, and you are a rival, you should be concerned, because if your team cannot match these two teams, then forget about challenging for the Premiership. And these teams are not even 100% yet. Liverpool, I graded them at 75%. City, I would say maybe they are 65 because we are a week or 10 days ahead of them in terms of preseason preparation. But this game was so high tempo. LFC was off the races. I mean, Salah should have a goal in like 4 minutes. The lineup was, everybody's lineup was on point. You could say the only player in our side was named Adrian, and then on the other side, Aki was the one who played. Other than that, everybody is basically the senior player on their team. And of course, a lot of eyes were glued on Haaland, and then when LIONESS also came on, there was a lot of people who also want to see what happened. And it was basically made battle between LIONESS and Haaland. Haaland is watching the match. You could tell his runs, his teammates does not know his runs yet. There was some frustration, especially with KDB, because KDB, he's used to doing certain things, and Haaland's runs was a little bit off for him. So, and also playing Liverpool defenders, and we press so high, he has no clue what to do, because any movement he makes, he's offside. And that also kind of put him at bay. He had a few, 3 chances, and the 4th one in the second half where he blasted over the bar. And it was entertaining match. I mean, the first goal from Trent was just amazing. It looks like Aki flicked it a little bit, so he pushed the ball away from the goalie. But to me, I feel like the ball was going to the net, regardless of whether Aki touched it or not. The passes, how it got there already was just amazing. The second, they tied in the second half. They drew the 1-1. Personally, VAR should have called the foul, because I thought when the goalie has 2 hands on the ball, that's a foul. You can't kick the ball off their hands. But they didn't call it. So, it was Alvarez who came off the bench. His first goal for City. Excited for him. He did very, you could tell how this boy is going to be. He is possibly going to be replacing Sterling. He's not going to be running through the middle. He's going to be running through from the right. During the match, we could hear even a commentator say that Pep wanted them to kick the ball or pass the ball past our fullback so that they could hit their wingers, which Alvarez was playing. But the game was so back and forth. I mean, the first half, we were in control of 30 minutes of that, and then they got in control 15 minutes of it. Second half, they started 5-10 minutes. They were on us, and then when they scored, we took over. So this game, I mean, Diaz, yes, a lot of people are frustrated with Diaz because they think that there's no end product. That's the same thing when Mane came to Liverpool. Some people also forgetting about Suarez. It takes time, but what he was doing, it wasn't for him to have the end product. Remember, he was all the way back. He had to come and help Robo out. So that means by the time he gets the ball and run, his end product is not going to be as good as Salah, who's already up there. The same thing Mane was having when he was at Liverpool. His run is for him to be able to open up and keep their defenders wide so that Salah and Nunes or Bobby or whoever, or Jota, whoever going to play through the middle, will have enough space. That's why Klopp also said when Nunes is playing, don't just kick the ball to him. When he makes a run, it's for him to create space for the other players, especially the two number 8s. So people out here complaining, Diaz needs to have an end product, that eventually it will come so. But right now, let the guy still learn. Remember, he just got here in January, all right? Now he has to learn the runs. He has to know where he has to be. He's not always going to be running from, you saw what he did. He was running all the way from Robo, their box. You saw how he beat Walker and Cancelo. So we have give him time. And I like what I saw from Diaz. Eventually, when his end product comes into fruition, he will be unstoppable. Nunes came in, and this guy, I'm not even going to over sugarcoat this kid. His goals will come. Same thing with Suarez. It took Suarez over 12 months before his goals kept coming consistently. Same thing with Nunes. Nunes' goals will come, but his runs is the one that is going to benefit Salah, because the way he runs, the defender has no clue where he was going. That's something that Pep wanted Haaland to do, but Haaland is not the same thing. Haaland is more of a Kane type of thing. He likes to come deep. When he comes deep, he could bring the ball forward and bring everybody else with it, just like Kane does. But Nunes is not like, Nunes can come deep, but guess what? He drifts any left and right, which is a nightmare for any center back. But anyway, the game ended up 3-1, Liverpool win. It was a great game. I'm not going to make fun of Haaland. I'm not going to make fun of anybody, but it was an exciting game. It's a preseason game. It's a community shield. We got mental advantage over them because now we're going with our tail up. Nunes scoring, his chest is up. Salah also put the ball in the back of the net. The midfield, Liverpool midfield was outstanding. Thiago, Fab, Henderson, beautiful. They worked their socks off. City is not ready yet. They're going to play like this, they're going to struggle. But I know City, eventually they will do better. But now let's move on. Today's match, I'm not going to talk much. It was for the kids. I mean, the first half was horrible, but the second half, the kids did better, and they pressed Strasbourg. Strasbourg is a grown man team. We had the only person grown on our team was Milner, and then of course we had and even when Klopp pushed Gomez to the right, you saw him a whole different player. Glad that Phillips got a chance to play, and then Van der Berg also got a chance to play. But we're hoping that Konate is doing much better. Well, of course, yeah, Tsimikas is also not feeling well. But in terms of transfers with Manchester United and Chelsea. Chelsea is the one that right now they're looking at Kimpembe, but Kimpembe is not sure if he wants to come to Chelsea yet. Chelsea is kind of looking at Fafana from Leicester, but Leicester don't want to sell. And from what we're hearing, this is 75 million just to start talking. Today, I saw somewhere that they said they want 100 million euro. And also, Rodgers also said that he's not for sale. So when they're picking up those type of numbers, that means they don't want to sell. So I don't know what Chelsea is going to do. Talking to a Chelsea fan today, he was like, we need to give the kids a little bit more time so we can cut out all the fat out of Chelsea and then rebuild. A Chelsea fan, he's a diehard Chelsea fan. He's like, yo, I'll be okay if we don't do well this coming season and rebuild properly so we could challenge, because if we try, we're going to waste money and buy all these players for no apparent reason who are not good enough. But he said, if we could trim the fat out and then eventually rebuild, then we go from there, because now you got Aspi who wants to leave. You got Alonso who also wants to leave. And now they're talking about Kepa is going to go on loan. So there's a lot of work to be done at Chelsea, and I don't know if they're going to get it done before the end of the transfer window. But Manchester United is crazy, because today they've somehow let Ronaldo play. This guy did not show up for any preseason game. He didn't go to any tours that they went to, and he posted a tweet talking about the King who play on Sunday, and then they let him play 45 minutes. I'm cool him playing a little bit, but Ten Hag, this is not going right. One, you got, from what we're hearing, Alex Ferguson is coming back, advisory role, which is a big no-no when you have a new coach who likes to do things the way they want to do it. And you're going to bring an old manager who's going to be advising the board. There's going to be clash of heads. Already there's a clash of heads. That's why Ronaldo is out here acting a fool. Yeah, there was some tweet talking about he left the stadium before the match was over. As a player, if you play the match, you stay there till after the debriefing from the coaches. Manchester United, you guys got it. If this continues, I don't see Eric Ten Hag last, because he's going to get frustrated. One, you didn't get the players that you needed. Two, you got Ronaldo out here. Get him out. Let him go wherever he wants to go. Cancel his contract. Let him buy himself out. And then you move on to somebody else. Because the more you keep him there, some of these players in the locker room don't like him already. Yeah, he's a winner. But his time and his style of winning is not for this team right now. This team needs a rebuild. If you're going to have somebody who, yeah, he's a winner. You got to bring, that's not the player you need right now. And the way he is all about Ronaldo. So I'm just saying, for you Manchester United fans, y'all maybe want to talk to the board and say, we don't want Ronaldo. We don't want Ferguson. Ferguson should come in and be a supporter. Other than that, he's the greatest coach in Manchester United. But right now, he should not be coming in because I'm telling you, this is gonna go bad. Anyway, not much news from Arsenal. We know they beat Sevilla 6-0. Gabriel Jesus scored 3 goals. Spurs played Roma and they drew 1-1. You know, Dybala was showed up. You know, he played his first game for Roma. Apparently, he also gave an assist. So good job for Roma. Now we move on. We just want to give congratulations to the Lioness. They won the European Cup today, and it was a great match. I didn't get a chance to watch all of them, but from what we're hearing, 87,000 people showed up at Wembley to watch England play Germany, and it was great match. They ended up with 2-1 at extra time. Like Klopp said, like the women's game is coming, so people better be ready. And I'm glad they're doing it the right way. Build yourself up. Don't let people give you anything just because you're a woman. You have to get it. No, build yourself up. 87,000. Some men can't even get that kind of people, fans into the stadium. So congratulations to the women, both German and England. I thought France was going to win this tournament, but they lost their best player. You know, I think in the quarterfinals or so. So that affected them a lot. Kudos to England. Hopefully, their men will learn something from them. Anyway, thank you so very much, guys. Share, subscribe, like. We'll be back. The season is in 5 days, y'all. It's going to be crazy. Pull up. Here we come. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Kwesi Bolt, Archie. Peace.